everyone. Welcome to the first episode of our podcast. Today's topic is something I think every student listening can relate to: sleep deprivation. So, first things first, we're going to start off with our questions. So, the first question is: how much sleep did everyone get last night? Me personally, I got 3 hours of sleep because I just could not sleep for the life of me. I could not get myself to sleep. So, yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I got like 4 hours. I keep telling myself like I'll go to sleep, but I have like things to do and I just keep pushing it. And then at the end, I slept at like 3 a.m. Same. I only got around 5 hours of sleep, and it was mostly just due to schoolwork. I wanted to go sleep earlier, but I wasn't able to. Yeah.
I got around 6 hours of sleep, but I feel like that's pretty normal for me. So I just have to wake up early to do things.
I ended up pulling an all-nighter. I definitely would not recommend doing that.
So, this is the student experience. Sleep deprivation is way too normalized, and we joke about it and brag about it, but it seriously, like, it will mess with your life. It will mess with your life a lot. So, the next question is, how do you guys feel that it, like, affects your academics? I think that it kind of makes me just a little bit unfocused in class, and I'm just, like, not able to pay attention, and I just get really bored easily too. So
Honestly, I think it has a pretty big effect on my academics. Just today, I was trying to get my work done, and I was about to fall asleep, and I was trying to read, and I was just dozing off, and I think it's very like bad, especially when I have a lot of work to do. So I think it has a really big effect on my academics. Yeah, and also I think memory plays a big part, especially when I was reading articles on sleep deprivation. A lot of like something I'd constantly see was how it affects your memory. So especially when I'm studying late and then I like try to just like remember everything at night, and then the next day I wake up and I forget it. I feel like sleeping late has a lot to do with like memory, honestly.
I feel like my productivity has been lower. Like, I would want to take a nap instead of reading an English assignment, and it would just be really hard to stay focused for me.
For me, it's the exams. Like, I can't stay awake and do the exams. It's like I'd rather sleep. So pulling an all-nighter just seems like useless if I can't take the test.
yeah. But anywho, academics aside, sleep deprivation also affects mental health. How does anyone have any opinions about that or
Yeah.
feel anything about that?
Honestly, I feel like when I'm tired, I get really annoyed easily. Like if you try to talk to me, I will actually like I'll be really annoyed. Like I have low patience, and also I feel like I'm more anxious. Like I don't know, it's just like you feel more stressed for some reason, like compared to a normal day when you sleep normal hours. So yeah. Yeah, and I feel like that's the same for me. I think everything just feels so much more loud when you're sleepy. So like even small noises just make you really irritated. And I think that's just a problem. Like it should be fixed. And it also just makes me a bit more anxious too.
Yeah, I agree with that. I just feel like unmotivated, and when I feel stressed, it's just really hard for me to actually focus on the important things to me.
For me personally, it just messes up with my social life. Like, I'm just exhausted. I cancel my plans. I isolate more, and I just don't have the energy to talk to people.
Me personally, when I like don't get enough sleep, I get irritated quickly. Like my patience is really like short. So anything can just get me mad quickly. But anyways, sleep deprivation, it doesn't just affect our grades, but it also affects how we live. So why do you guys think students sacrifice sleep so much?
I think it has to do with just grades. So if you sleep, you might just miss an assignment. Also procrastination. Sometimes you will get something done the day of the assignment that's due, and if you sleep, it just won't be possible to submit it. So I think it's just grades in general. Yeah, also I can kind of when you talk about procrastination, I feel like I see that a lot in students and I see that in myself especially. Like I'd have a lot of work to do and I would just tell myself, yeah, I'll do it, and then I don't do it. And then it's like the last day before, so like before 11:59, I'm like trying my best to finish and it's like really stressful.
I feel like it affects my grades a lot because I procrastinate a lot. I wait until the last minute and it just takes a toll on my life. And I feel like you have to perform well. So I feel like that takes away from the time I sleep because I want to do better.
And plus, that technology does now help. It's the phones, the laptops, the streaming, especially the streaming at night. Like at night, I just want to watch Stranger Things, not go to sleep.
So, before we wrap up our first episode, let's end it with one piece of advice for students trying to get sleep. Realistic advice, please. Don't come and play. Not just like, get 8 hours, 8 hours. Like, don't play. Give real advice.
I think
Go.
that, yeah, I think it's really important that you make a schedule, even not even for the week, but just for the day. Just plan out in your head what time you want to sleep, and just see what you have to do, and just try to make a schedule or like a plan to just get that done. And honestly, I think that if you still have work done and it's really late, I think it's just better to go to sleep because especially if you have a test the next day. If you have a test the next day and you sleep late, it's just going to affect your memory and it's just going to make you do worse on the test. So if you know you're not going to do well on a final, just go to sleep. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, also, I would say just cut off, like, if it's a certain time, if it's like 2 a.m. and you go all this work, let's just be realistic. Just go to sleep. Honestly, I think your physical health is more important than your grades sometimes. And if you just keep pushing yourself out of your limits, it's gonna cause long-term problems for you, honestly. So I would just say don't stress out too much and just let your body rest.
I would say try to do things ahead of time. So usually why students don't get enough sleep is because they push off things until the last minute and they have to like spend extra time. I would say to do your things earlier, and even if you don't have enough sleep, just take a short nap, not like a 3 hour nap.
I would say prioritizing sleep before big exams. Also, what Fatima said, I would say a calendar, like an actual physical calendar where you write down your day and like you end with like what time you're sleeping. I feel like that's very helpful, and that just has like that gives you structure and it gives you something to look forward to and like a plan to follow.
To add on to that, I would 100% recommend everyone get a planner. Get a planner. You can get this from Walmart, Target. You can literally get it from anywhere.
Or you can
Get
use
a
the online
planner.
one, honestly. It doesn't
Yeah,
really matter.
Yes.
honestly,
Yeah.
online too is so much more like
Yeah,
easier
the
to access. Like you can have it on your phone, you can have it on your laptop.
Google Calendar is the most helpful. Our teacher makes us do it, like plan out our whole entire week on Google Calendar, and it's low-key kind of helpful. So, loved all of the ideas that, everyone said. So, sleep deprivation might feel unavoidable, but it does not have control over your life. So, please make sure to take care of yourself, drink water, go outside, breathe, take a break, like try not to get yourself so stressed out. And please try and go to bed earlier. Thank you guys so much for listening to our first episode. We'll see you guys episode 2. Bye.